Hi guys, welcome to Learn Tech from Zero. If you're new to this channel, we provide free educations and training to students or people who are interested in IT. So if you're looking for free, easy to understand knowledge and guidance, you can go to learntechfromzero.com. You can register with your email address, so when we have a new course fully ready, we will let you know. So for example, CCNA is ready. If you visit CCNA, you should be able to check all the theoretical explanation of every single sections, along with multiple questions, so you can practice questions at the bottom. So what does POE stand for, etc. So CCNA is now ready, and we are starting CompTIA Security Plus, which is a very valuable certification. So let's begin with CompTIA Security Plus. So what is CompTIA Security Plus? It's an internationally recognized vendor neutral. Vendor neutral means it's not specific to one type of technology or one type of company. So vendor neutral is like this applies to any different brands or systems. Like for example, CCNA or Cisco is vendor specific, which means it's those courses are specific to Cisco systems. But vendor neutral means it applies to any systems or any brand, etc. So it's an internationally recognized vendor neutral certification, and it's the foundational skills in cybersecurity. So if you're interested in cybersecurity, having CompTIA Security Plus will give you a really strong foundation in cybersecurity. With CompTIA Security Plus, you don't start securing um, IT system straight away, but you get the foundational knowledge on how to protect them and how to take measures. But you will also need to have networking knowledge and further security knowledge to get a proper cybersecurity job. But I don't think CompTIA Security Plus alone can get you a high level cybersecurity role. But this is a very uh, useful and in demand course for IT professionals, for people who want to progress from an IT career to a different higher level IT career. If you're new to IT, if you're starting from zero, CompTIA Security Plus um, might might be a bit tricky for you, but you can still go for it. If you have a decent IT knowledge, you should be able to pick it up. And I will also explain it in very simple ways. All right, let's start with the first topic, which is the general security concept. So compare and contrast security controls. So we will be comparing and the security controls. So how to how what are the categories? What are the security control categories and control types? So today we will be starting with categories. So there are four security controls to protect an organization. So basically, these categories can help you understand who protects what and how. And this is the foundation of protecting any business, enterprise, or IT environment. So these are the categories, the four types of categories that used in a professional environment. So let's start with categories. So understanding security controls. Security controls are safeguards and countermeasures put in place to protect information systems. So we need security controls in place in companies to safeguard, to protect, and countermeasures to take action when there is a problem or to reduce the problem. So we use security controls to protect an environment from security threats like hackers or viruses, the malwares, and etc. So there are four main categories. So the four main categories of security controls are technical controls, managerial controls, operational controls, physical controls. If you know the meaning of technical, managerial, operational, and physical, you should be able to understand what those controls are, but I will explain it to you. So technical controls, if I explain you every single thing in details, it will take a long time. So I will shorten it for you. I will give you a very easy explanation, and it should be able to give you a good understanding of those four categories. So technical controls. The technical controls are basically implemented through technology. They can be software, hardware based mechanism to protect systems and data. So what this means is, when you're implementing technical controls, we are using technology such for example, software or hardware based mechanism. So when we say software, it's like an antivirus. So technical controls means machines, protecting machines. So a software, it's a machine, it's a software based application. And then hardware, it's a physical machine. It's like a firewall, router, access control, ACL, a feature within um, a router or firewall, where you are blocking IP addresses and stuff like that. So so we are using technical, like a software or hardware, to protect an environment and to protect an IT systems. So this is what technical control is all about. Access control, login authentication using username, passwords, encryption, firewalls, antivirus, IDS, IPS. So if we in the exam, if they tell you what kind of I so for example, if it's a firewall, it will fall under technical category, because um, machine it's just a software or a hardware protecting the environment. So that's what technical control is in very simple and um, quick terms. The next one is, so if you want to learn more in details, you should visit the website Learn Tech from Zero, or you should visit YouTube, where we will always provide in details explanation. So the next one is managerial. So managerial is basically where it's from the management. So so it's the people planning and deciding how to protect the system. So for example, an IT manager, they mostly look into a managerial control of the IT of that company. So what they normally do is they will do the planning, how the systems should run, the policies. They will create guidelines. They will create risk management decisions, like when there is a problem, how we should take action. So managerial, it means the people, they decide what must be protected and how. So this is more to do with policies, procedures, risk assessment, like planning and etc. So for example, the examples we have: risk assessment, they're conducting risk analysis on critical systems; security policies, security audits. So what this means in general, in simple terms, is it's the management of the IT system. So there is a dedicated manager who will be creating policies, who will create risk assessment guidelines, like when there is a problem, how we should tackle with this, how we should create backups, how to protect systems and everything. So they create the guidelines, the policies. When we say policies, it's policies is like an informational guide, where you have to follow those policies to work in that environment. So every company has policies. So policies are the rules, the laws, to work in that environment. So managerial is like are the people who creates the policies. They decide how the system should run. So in simple terms, they decide what must be protected and how. So that's the managerial control. So we've already covered technical control, which is just software and hardware protecting the systems. And then the next is managerial controls, where someone is, or a group of people, or the managers, they're creating the policies that people should follow, the employees should follow. Okay, and the next one is operational controls. So controls are the people, like for example, in a, let's say, in a normal IT environment, your manager there might be a one manager, and there might be one IT technician. So the manager will deal with the managerial controls, and operational controls are dealt by um, technicians. So these are the people that who work on a daily basis to follow those policies and guidelines. So what they normally do is operational controls implemented by people, and involve day-to-day procedures and actions that help protect systems and data. So these are the so they so basically people implementing, so they are forcing, or they are following the policies and guidelines, which involves in day-to-day procedures and action in that company. So they ensure that security is properly followed in daily operations. So they will make sure the security is properly followed. When we say security, it's the guidelines that was created by the managerial control side. Sorry, just one second. So so in simple terms, these are the people who follow the plan on a daily basis, and they do what's in the policy. Whatever is in the policy, they will follow it. So these are the people. So the first one, technical, is there's no people involved, it's just machines like software and hardware. And second is managerial controls, where people are involved, like a higher level manager who creates those policies. And this is also people, um, where they are following the instructions or the policies from the management, or the policies. And the last one is, so if you have to give some examples of operational controls, the people who follow the guidelines on a daily basis, like security awareness training, they will be providing this is what was decided by the managerial, or the management, and operational people will implement this. They will provide the security awareness training to the employees. They will follow the incident response procedures. So incident response procedures are created by the management, the managerial category. But when there is an incident, um, the operational side, operational control, will follow those incident response. And also they do backups and recovery. So they do backups and if there is a problem, they recover the data on a daily basis. They do software updates, etc. A log review, like they regularly check issues, and or the logs that was created by the computers or the system, to check for any issues. All right, so the next one is physical controls. This is the last one. So physical controls are security measures that protect the physical environment, such as buildings, data centers, servers, etc. So physical control means you are taking an action, like a physical barrier, to protect the equipment, like the system, like the devices, the systems, and the buildings. So physical controls are security measures that to protect the physical environment. For example, locks and access badges, like having locking systems, and access badges, like an ID card that you need to uh, scan to get access. CCTV cameras goes into physical control. So physical control, anything that's physical, that physically exists to protect the systems and entrance to the or exit to the buildings, CCTV, security guards, fencing and barriers, fire suppression systems, environmental controls, visitor logs. So when someone goes into the building where people um, make a log of that person checking in and checking out. So that's a physical control, so that they're recording the visitors entering and exiting. Server racks and cabinets, like when you have a server rack with a lock system where you hide all the servers and you lock it. So this is a physical barrier that's protecting the servers, but the server itself will go under the technical controls, because it's a machine. So server, they don't generally protect a system. So you have switches, routers, firewalls, etc. But machines, protecting machines are technical controls. Managerials are the people who decide how and what to do. So they create policies and guidelines. Operationals are the people who follow the guidelines created by the managerial controls, and they do the work on a daily basis. And the fourth control, of the last one, is physical control, where you take physical barrier to block, basically to secure devices or systems and access to the buildings. So that's it. So if you want to learn in details, you can go on our website learntechfromzero.com, and you can find more details about these topics. And later on we will be adding multiple choice questions so that you can practice your knowledge. So thank you for your time. We will be back with the next topic, which will be the control types. So we have covered four physical categories, sorry, four security control categories, and those control types mostly fall under those categories. So we will be covering those control types in the next video. Thank you for your time.